Welcome to the Playground Chat, guys. Yeah, we back at it again. My brother's back. My name is Chuma. I'm with my brother here.
I go by the name of...
Let's go.
Welcome to the Playground Chat, the best sports
cast in the land. Yes, sir.
Feels good to be back,
Yeah.
nice and fresh. Got semi-finals and a final today. Shout out to my boys. They played well the whole tournament. Yeah, man. Me and Rondo got to run after this and go make history. Go make history. Otherwise, how you doing? How you been, bro? It's been 2 weeks.
I'm good, bro. Yeah, I missed you, bro. I missed you. Welcome back. Back to work.
Yeah, the two stooges on
shout
this
out,
time.
Yeah, I'm saying shout out to Fufu, shout out to Trizi for holding it down last week. We had the content down. But now we're in a different location where Tigers meet Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out for the venue, guys. Keep supporting, keep liking. We see that we're growing. We're on 242 subscribers, which is crazy. So just keep following the content, guys. We see you all in the comments. Keep liking, keep sharing, subscribing. This is episode 34. Here we go.
Are
we ready?
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. First things first, transfer market.
Okay.
These guys paid 71 million from Mbuemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mbuemo cost more than Cole Palmer and Holland put together. But Mbuemo only scored 12 goals in the league. Tell me, bro, is Mbuemo going to 71 million from Mbuemo? Now, Man United not setting a precedent that they have the money in the chest, and if they're going to spend 71 million for a player like Mbuemo, how much more are they willing to spend for a better player?
I think with Man United, you need to look at the wage structure, right? You need to look at the fact that every team that's going to sell to Man United, because of Man United's history in transfers, they're going to ask for the most out of the player, in terms of finances. So Mbuemo is by far the best player Brentford has. They just lost it. Wait. They play well together, but he's got more goals and assists than Uvisa. But also look at it at that point where if Brentford just lost their coach also. So they kind of in a situation financially. No one's looking to sign for Brentford. You get me? To sell Mbuemo at that price, it is expensive. But I don't know, Amorin. I don't know. What's your take on Amorin now going into the second season with Cunha and Mbuemo up front?
I think where does Mbuemo actually play? Is he a winger? Is he a 10? Because if you got Cunha and Mbuemo, then I understand he's probably going to try to play a 3-4-2-1, where he's going to play with 2 6s, 2 10s, which is going to be Mbuemo and who's this boy we just spoke about? Cunha. Yeah. But then that means Bruno's going to play at the base of midfield. That means he's going to only have one midfielder. Ugarte is going to be maybe his only real defensive midfielder.
Okay.
So
exposed.
And also, I think Amorin is too much in his head. I saw they were doing pre-season, and then in a friendly game, half-time, he's making them run laps in front of the fans. Coaching an LFA team. You can't tell me at half-time, come, let's do sprints. Half-time. As a Man United, you see, he's trying to instill his will to players who are earning 500,000 pounds a week. You know what I mean, coach? So at 500,000 pounds a week, I'm making you run sprints in front of the fans at halftime. How is our relationship going to deteriorate in the season when something goes wrong?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think Amorim and Man United are moving in this. They're trying to give him the players that he's looking for his system.
Yeah.
But number one, they're overpaying.
Yeah.
He should have looked in Portugal. Number two, Amorim needs to stop being in his head. He needs to just coach the boys. I think he wants to take control too much, and he's kicking out players. And when Man United is a club that the players have power, like whether you like it or not. And the way you treat Rashford now, the other players are looking at it like, oh, if you can do that to Rashford, what can he do to me? And between you and the player and the coach, who's the one who's most likely to get fired quicker?
Talking about Rashford, Coach got a point.
So what I think about Man United, when I look at them right now, I think they're in the same point where Chelsea was a couple of days ago, when we just had Todd Bowley come in and they started buying Australian, the high-priced people that are supposed to make the effect now, but we've seen it. It's kind of slowed us down for a while. Once we changed the whole plan and started putting
Investment, yeah.
So I think that's what's going to happen with Amarim or Man United, let me say, for quite some time. Maybe the next 2 years, they're going to be struggling for quite some time. They're going to be buying these big players, Mbuemo, Brentford, and it's going to be a big sell.
Is it also not the scouting, maybe in network or the backroom staff at Man United who are not doing the groundwork in looking for a player? I mean, Mbuemo's a low-hanging fruit.
Target, bro.
Yeah, it's a low-hanging fruit.
He's the biggest. It's like
the biggest small name you can find.
You've got a big head in the army.
Yes.
Choice. You get me? So talking about the outgoing transfers of Man United, I wanted us to tap on to, here we go. Rashford has been signed with the option to buy at Barcelona. Considering that they already have Rafinha, the Nico deal failed. I think Rashford was the backup. Luis Diaz failed, so I think Rashford was the backup. So coming in as a backup, like, let's be real, Rashford was the backup. Do you see him having an effect in the Barcelona system? Does he play well with Rafinha fit in the does now Rafinha move from the left to centrally, but Olmo? What happens at Barcelona?
It's just a signing to add to our depth.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we're looking at the season, we want to win the Champions League, we've won the league, we now want to progress and win the Champions League. And in order to do that, we need, when Rafinha's not playing well or injured, Rashford, and what I'm telling you now, Rashford can do something, especially in Spain. Spanish defenders are slow. Spanish defenders are going to give him space in behind, and Rashford is going to punish them with that. Rashford is quick, he's direct, and he's got a good eye for goal. And Barca are going to use that to their advantage. They create a lot of chances. Yamal on that side is going to give him the ball, crossfield all the time. Good signing for Barca, and especially because it's coming on a loan. And Man United is paying half the wages. Great deal. I used him for this year, win the Champions League, send him back home. You know what I mean?
You
send him back home.
Him.
Send him back home. The same thing that we did to Sancho. We're like, okay, we got you, or we used you nicely. But hey, Baba, go back home. We're not going to pay that wages.
Aye.
We're going to pay the wages.
Just before we get out of football, I just wanted to tap into South African sports. Springboks is something that we actually need to speak about. The dominance of the
South
boys.
Africans.
Like, I mean, the junior box now just recently won in Italy. The SA Under-20s joined the reigning Rugby World Cup champions, the Springboks, and the Blissborg at the top of the World Cup competition podium. The Junior Springboks tournament victory, the first ever since 2012, came on a hot and humid night in Italy, where once again proven the masters of their Southern Hemisphere foes, beating the Kiwis for a 7th consecutive time in this tournament. So, looking at junior level rugby, and then fast forwarding to last night's game where South Africa absolutely plummeted in Georgia, and we weren't our best. At the same time, it's Georgia, but at the same time, when you're looking at the run of Springboks in this whole competition, they play Australia next, bro. Does the dominance stop? Like,
no, there's
we just mauling through these.
There's no system better than the South African rugby system.
Yeah.
There's no. For example, in South, I was watching Gianchi speaking on a podcast about how his pathway was. Some pathways are first team at a big school. Then from first team at a big school, you go to a franchise. But then also in rugby, there's another way. You can go play club, and from a club, you can go make it into a franchise. Or you can play varsity cup, and from varsity cup, get picked up from franchise. So there's 3 streams where you can go in rugby and still. Whereas other sports, if they don't know you, Baba, they don't know you, Baba. In rugby, they have to see you. You play the competitions. I mean, the biggest competition under 18 is Craven Week.
Yeah.
You know, in the world. So, some players don't even play Craven Week, but end up playing for the Springboks to show you that there are other ways to make it up the system. Unlike the other sports that we generally have, we will dominate for a long time. I think we will dominate, especially because the New Zealanders are in denial about the dominance. If you listen to the pundits speak, they always dismiss the achievements of Springboks and Rassie and the South African system, calling it bullying, calling it all types of names instead of adapting. Yeah, it's adapt or die world. Rassie is always innovating. I mean, he started the game yesterday with an over offside kick on purpose and had a scrum in the first 5 minutes. He's mentally
Thinking
destroying
outside,
them. Yeah,
he's thinking outside the
and they're
box.
saying it's against the spirit of the game. No,
Yeah,
it's not against
coach.
the spirit of the game.
Yeah, no, Rusty's just different. He's just different. He's also someone that I'm thinking I need to study. The way things, it's almost like he tries to antagonize people, he tries to get people talking, and he uses that to fuel all his teams. And it's mostly the Europeans actually that are complaining a lot. The New Zealand, you'll find out, they actually respect us now. They know about, ever since we left their competition, they've been getting weaker. Australia has gone in the gutter. They've gone in the gutter. Now your Ireland and your France, they're speaking up with a big chest now. And that's ever since we went into their competitions and our we've made them better. So our system, our players, we will always be churning these players out. You will always get some players that never even play for Springboks. But they always want to play this. They'll be playing for these big teams in Europe, but they might not even get the Springboks.
It's like remember when we had the Brazilians on?
Yeah.
And about the Seleção. And they said, you ask a Brazilian player, right? You ask a Brazilian player what he wants to play for, and he will say the Seleção. He doesn't care what team he plays for, but he wants to play for the Seleção.
Yeah.
It's like the Springboks. They don't care what club I can play for. Hey, Baba, my number one thing is to get that call from Rassi. That's all that they want. And I think that's the culture that coach is saying. That's the culture. Because, like you said now, think about it. When we left the South Pacific Super Rugby, now they had to go get clubs in Fiji. You can't tell me the Fijian Drua will play against the Stormers any day of the day.
Nah.
You get me?
I
You're
think
not saying
they're
the
seven
Fijians are-
players, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But now, I know we've been speaking a lot about the pathway within the rugby that you've just explained, that it's got a more clearer path and they try to make more options available. When you tap into now EPSL, I want you to start with pathway Mafokeng right
Okay.
now.
So we're going into football, right? So in the PSL, it's in South African football, the landscape is a bit different, right? The big clubs in South Africa some of them don't have academies, and I don't know why. I mean, if you don't have an academy, how do you start from under 13, 14? There's a big age group that's missing, right? So Mofokeng, for example, he's a product of the School of Excellence. I don't know if you guys know Transnet School of Excellence.
Yeah.
It's one of the best schools that produces talent in South African football.
Especially from Ekasi.
He went from Excellence to Pirates DDC, and then from Pirates DDC to the PSL team. Khoza, it will let him leave, but he needs to cash in. We cashed in on Jota. I think they're talking about $30 million. That's what they're talking about 100 million rand. So it's a lot. So Mofokeng, PSV, has been speaking, even though the Pirates press guy came out and said it was just a rumor. But there's no fuel without fire. The same team that took Nkota,
and that's more for Liverpool. I'm very scared because I know Khoza, he will cash in, of course.
No cash in.
But I'm like, are we not supposed to care enough about Mofokeng to try and? Because he feels like if he does the right move, if he went to PSV, for instance, that's a brilliant move. PSV, they cook for a lot of other teams. 2 years there, now Simmons. You know, we have a lot of players, but Mofokeng, we need to, if he goes the wrong move, now we could have a whole line of players going to Saudi.
Yeah.
Saudi's going to see, okay, the South Africans want money straight. They see these young boys, they will do that. They will literally do that. I think it matters the way it goes. We can't have Nkota or Mofokeng
In Saudi.
same team.
Nah.
A different team.
Same team.
Yeah.
And also, I think with Mofokeng's family and parents, it's up to them, because Nkota, what I'm hearing is getting a week,
Nangab not 20.
not 20.
20 getting almost 500,000.
And do you know El Artifact is in the same training center as Pirates. They're in Marbella in Spain, so that's where they watch them boys. They're watching them there in preseason, and that's where they're making solid offers. They're watching all these guys. How much? Oh, 30 million. Nothing compared to what I would have to pay for the same player in Europe.
Untaxed that side.
Yes.
And you can take it as from a black man point of view. You get that much money.
Dog, you change your life.
You're thinking about now, okay, I want to go to Chelsea. Immediately, you're like, let me first get this money first.
And see where it goes.
Oscar it.
But I still think, I'm thinking what you're saying is true. We need to take care of Ikinyama 2000. Because he's the hope that's making these kids come and play football now. He's the guy, Tiko Mudise. He's the face. But the question is he going to be able to go to the next step, or is he comfortable being the face of the PSL? He could want to stay and lie and say there's not enough money on his side, only to have the praise. Because when you leave here, you're just another player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is he going to be able to handle that?
You normal.
No, he's a normal now.
Yeah, he's a normal.
He's no longer the guy.
Yeah.
And it's a big factor. I mean, I think Jota said the same thing when he was saying that when he played here, they were talking about Jota. He went to Denmark, I think. No one knew him. And that no love, that you don't get love from your people, is he going to be able to handle it? Hey, really? That love you receive from your people. When you go there, no one knows, they don't care. You play shit
No
there.
man.
Tina's going to protect you. Hey, next time, Don. There, you play shit, they tell you, you play shit.
This is good.
Yeah, you play shit. Hey, go back.
Just take out this, bro.
You'll see the bananas in the comments.
Oh yeah, they racist, skipper.
You'll see the bananas in the comments.
He's straight. And
you'll see the bananas in the comments.
And they chilled about it. There's nothing you can do.
Okay, so let's
any other.
So PSL news.
Yeah.
So
anything else in PSL?
We remember 2 weeks ago we spoke about Saleng.
Yeah.
And I told you guys that I told him Chaga as well that Saleng's never going to play for Pirates again. I think what they're going to do is they're going to run down his contract. The worst part is that he's got an option to extend for a year. Watch how Koza extends for the year and keeps him there on the bench. You don't do that to Ivan. You don't become bigger than the club, big-headed, and you drag your feet at training. You don't want to train. Be a professional. You're getting paid.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to be a professional. Be a professional.
But what I read was another reason why Saleng did the move to Orbit was the coach was the one who developed him from a young
but
level.
at the same time, nothing happens without Ivan. Ivan is sending him there as a scapegoat. Koza is sending him there as an example to any player that thinks he's bigger than the club. You go play for the smallest club in the league.
Damn.
This is the Pirates player of the season last year. You know what I mean? This is the player that
everyone
was talking. But his issue was him and his agents thought he deserves this. Instead of speaking and negotiating, you're kicking, you're not coming to training. You're coming late. You're dragging your feet. Oh, you're doing that. Koza showing you. Out.
And he probably could have gotten a new deal with the formula. I think everyone knew it was coming. Yeah. But his agents were like, I want it now. Yes.
There's a lot of stories like that we play.
South Africa, it's always the agent who's looking for that big payday. Now look, reduced salary on loan.
For how many years? It could go on loan
2 years. 2 times. You're going to kill him.
On the same club.
Open
is getting relegated this season.
Yes, definitely.
You're going with him.
Are they doing some deal with some team? Are they trying to loan as many players? I think with Pirates, they're trying to
they got 3.
Loan a lot of players.
They got 3 from Pirates already.
So they got the connection when they go about.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ivan goes to the club. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was reading also Talente is also been scouted by Sunderland.
Really?
Yeah.
And Sunderland has
been buying a lot of.
They bought from Strasbourg.
Who's this bro? Who was the striker? This striker say Fluminense. Arias. They bought him in England.
Sunderland.
No, it wasn't Sunderland.
No, another team. No, AS Roma want him. AS Roma want that player, like 30 million. But Sunderland bought a very, very good striker. They bought this midfielder from Strasbourg. It was our starter. But obviously now Strasbourg is taking a player from Chelsea, so they already sorted that out. But the way they buy players, where is this money coming from for Sundowns? Coming from Sunderland, sorry.
No, you get 100 million. You get 100 million. You get 100 million immediately for getting 100 million pounds.
But they never lost. These clubs that come in and they buy big, they always get it back down.
Yes, but in their mind, they're buying so that they can compete with those players. Me, I always say, if you give that player from the second division a chance and you make it scrappy, the nice EPL teams that want to play, just bring championship football to the EPL and make life hard. But what happens is all of these teams, they fire the coach, then they bring in a silky passing coach. They want to build up in the, but you're shopping in the dustbin. You know what I mean? We're buying at Woolworths. You're shopping in the dustbin, but you want to play the same football. It's not going to work out. Quality. Hey, Papa, we shopping, Tina. We shop at the highest table. You guys want to compete and play the same way. But the player, for example, nothing against Talented Barca. I'm a Pirates guy, great player. But you're buying Talented Barca. We're signing Enzo Fernandez. And you want to play the same style of football. You know what I mean? Obviously going to go down.
It's levels.
Auburn College has similar things. Auburn College got rid of the coach. The coach that got them up. What are you saying to the players? What are you saying to the players? You're going to bring in Gavin Hunt now. Gavin Hunt is going to change everything you guys have done for the last... We're going to run like this now. Going down. With Gavin Hunt, you're going down. You don't have the right players.
Talk about going down. There's been a preseason friendly. Bayer Leverkusen lost 4-1 against the under-20s team. Ten Hag's first coaching job after Man United. And he was talking about going down. Hey, I don't know about Ten Hag in that German league, bro.
Germany, they're much worse sides in Germany. They're much worse sides in Germany. Heidenheim.
I know.
Yes, yeah.
Let's go serious.
Heidenheim.
There's a fan base, bro.
Heidenheim. Germany and Spain. I keep saying this on the podcast. Give me those lower teams.
It was Fluminense under 20.
You can't tell me what's this team.
Fluminense under 20.
Real Villadoid. Real Villadoid.
Yeah.
They finished another season with 12 points only. Bring them. 12 points the whole season. Bring them.
You're not serious when you finish. You get paid to finish 12 points.
4 wins. 30 games. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come to the PSL. You deserve a competent open college, man.
Speaking of the German team, I see Liverpool's also wanting to buy Etikite from Frankfurt.
Where?
Liverpool.
Why is Liverpool signing
all of a sudden?
Coutinho money. They haven't been spending that money for they've been buying cheap for years. So I think it's still part of Coutinho money plus the league. Now you see the actual developments of the way they're buying, they might get the second league.
Yeah, for me, when I saw that Isak was close, I was already asking him. I was saying, Chai. If Isak had signed, Chai, doc.
Yeah.
Etikite, at least, he's a good player, coach, but he's still going to have to learn the league.
It's the league.
Isak was going to be a problem because he's already terrorizing these defenders. Exactly.
At Newcastle.
Etikite, we need to make sure that he doesn't score in his first 10 games. We give him the Darwin Núñez treatment because they had the same hype with Núñez. Núñez. He didn't score the first 10 games. He was out. That's all we need. We need to make sure they frustrate him.
I've got
but they still got. I still think they're favorites.
It's Liverpool. I was gonna say that
Jota. Gakpo is just something else with the.
No. Besides that, on an emotional part, the football is not just physical, bro. Liverpool I don't think they've processed this thing fully, and I'm not saying obviously. A lot of people lose a lot of loved ones, but this is a player that was not only an asset to the team. He was one of the best players in the team. You've lost him, he was scoring, and you bring out now I don't know Jota, but I don't think he was in the club throwing money ass everywhere and shit like that. Obviously, Sancho Noni, I know they be doing that shit. Yeah, bro. So his life is like this. So to lose someone like that, integral in the squad, I don't think in this short space of time to go into immediate competition, I think it's one of the things that I don't see Liverpool competing for the league.
That is very true. Some player also said, I think it was Bakary Sagna, he said that he was like, when his brother died, he thought he could just go and play football, and he played, but and he was playing so shit, and people were always on his case, and he said that about the Liverpool team. They may think, it just happened now, you think you're over it, you're playing football, week out, but I think it can affect you for the whole season. It might stumble on, they might just decrease and all of that. So some people say it might push them, other people might be,
We'll see.
Because fans are relentless, though.
Yeah, bro.
They're still going to put the monkey emojis when you play shit.
UFC.
They're still going to do that. When you play, they still put the monkeys in the comments. Hey, these guys. Put the monkey in my comment, I'll find you. Anyway, we go into combat sports. Right? I'll start with the box arrow. Alexander Usyk stops Dubois in round 5. Usyk is now the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. Big one. Unified the belts. In boxing, there's only 3 people that have all the belts in the divisions. Crawford has all the belts at super welterweight. Canelo has all the belts at super middleweight. And Usyk has all the belts at heavyweight. Undisputed champions. It's the era of undisputed champions. We have to thank Turkey Al-Sheikh for making these fights happen, because you can no longer duck and hold your belt away. You must come defend that belt.
We have fighters here also. It's not like we're gonna get the superstars to play. No. There's some home cooked players, but Usyk, Italian Italian, bro. No, I mean.
Yes, they're promoting the Crawford fight together, the Crawford and Canelo. That's going to be a big-ass fight. I do think that Canelo's going to be too much, I still say. Crawford, yes, is a better boxer than Canelo, but Canelo is just so powerful, man.
So fresh.
Exactly.
Every time I watch him, I'm like, this guy's just strong, he's quick, he's athletic, and he just seems like he's good at everything that he does.
It's quick, bro. It's going to be a nice fight.
Crawford's good. I'm not saying I think Crawford's a better boxer, but who's going to have the more telling punches? I think it's going to be Canelo. I think when Canelo hits Crawford, Crawford's going to feel that he's in another, and the tenacity, Canelo's just tenacious. He wants to, he doesn't want to punch you. He wants to punch your head off. He's got that aggression when he's fighting, and he's dangerous. He's not going to try box with Crawford. We move on to the UFC. I'm going to only just talk on the main card. The big fights. Patricio Pitbull made a good fight. He's a former PFL champion, former Bellator champion. He's in the UFC. He beat one of the contenders at featherweight, Dan Ige, after losing his first fight in the UFC. So the questions of does he belong have been answered. He belongs. He just had a bad first fight. Kevin Holland, Big Mouth. He's on a good run. Oh, sorry. Kevin Holland, Big Mouth, lost a decision to Daniel Rodriguez. I think Kevin Holland's biggest problem, he talks too much. He needs to shut up and fight. Kevin Holland needs to shut up and fight.
But I think Kevin Holland knows he's not here to win. He knows he's here to make money.
Antagonize.
So he needs to talk.
He's entertainment.
They'll give him the fights. They give him the nice
He has
fights.
to give him fights all the time.
He's more like what the gatekeeper of the league. If you can beat Kevin Holland, welcome to the division. So he's accepted that. I don't think we want to.
Oh, so if you're a contender, you beat Holland and you eat. Okay,
yes,
I see.
He is that guy.
I see. He's the guy that they give to contenders.
Yes, they always give him the guys that are undefeated in 6.
Okay.
Then you'll break your O, or you will continue. Yeah.
So he's the benchmark of if he deserves to be in the top.
Yes, he solved the matrix.
If you beat him, you can go. We go on to Paulo Costa. Finally won a fight. My guy. Paulo Costa won a fight. Roman Kopylov. We thought Roman Kopylov is a contender in middleweight. If you're losing to Costa again, the same thing. They give you Costa to test you. If you can't beat Costa, you don't make it in the top 10. So he's out. Then the main event was the BMF Championship. Max Holloway beats Dustin Poirier by decision. Let's break this down a bit. Dustin, you're a legend of the sport. Thank you for everything you've done. But you want to go sniff crotch in your last fight. You became a crotch sniffer in your last ever fight. When did you go to Dagestan? When did this nigga go? Was he training with Khabib?
I think it's
Was Islam in his camp? Why?
I think that's what happens when you fight Max Holloway. Like,
Unless you're Ilya.
you know, okay, unless you're Ilya,
Yeah.
of course. But I think whenever Dustin Poirier is fighting, no, he can always handle the punches. He can always handle. I think there's something about someone said about Max Holloway's punches. Even though he will not knock out
He's
people,
got volume.
but he's got
He
volume.
keeps touching you.
So that's why he was sniffing his crotch the whole time.
Because
it hurts. It's the first time he was feeling that pain.
And Max, in terms of volume like that, the strike differential, it's not a close decision in terms of that. If you look at significant strikes, he has double Poirier's significant strikes.
Poirier, you went out cold, fam.
And also, another thing, yes, I understand Lil Wayne is a legend, but Lil Wayne had the worst album of the year.
You were bound to lose, my nigga. If you have Lil Wayne walking you out on your final fight
You're
on
bound
that
to lose.
trash ass Rob.
After that trash ass quarter 5, quarter 6.
He wanted Lil Wayne to perform there, but apparently during the walkout they said no, Lil Wayne can't perform
He
there.
can only walk.
So already imagine his mental already.
He can walk out with it.
I think he walked out
Yeah.
with the he couldn't perform.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no.
can't
The UFC doesn't do that.
Nah.
You can walk with the guy. I remember Stephen Thompson walked out with Jack Black the other fight. Jack Black wasn't. I'm like, this is a random guy. You know what I mean? Conor, what do you think about this? The UFC might be going to
the White House. And Conor and
Conor's
John
deeply.
Jones, they out of retirement. They're in a testing pool with
No,
that.
but Conor shouldn't be allowed to fight again. After what I saw this week on Twitter.
But he has 2 fights left on his contract. The contract
see
is
what
a
he-
contract.
No,
He has
I
2
should,
fights
should
left.
allow him.
Dana wants
Did you
his
see
2
what happened
fights.
this week?
Dana wants his 2 fights.
Doc, did you see what happened this week?
Which one? Oh!
His meat was all over X.
yes.
He said,
I forgot about that.
he said the senior banker.
Tagalog was
Connor's meat
He
gone.
tied a weight to the end of his dick.
Just doing pull-ups.
He was doing pull-ups with his dick. Sending it to a famous girl.
And this guy-
and she leaked the pictures immediately.
This
Connor.
guy wants to be president of
Connor is
Ireland.
not
Wants to
focused,
fight in
man.
the White House and he's doing pull-ups
All of
with
these
his
things.
With
dick.
his dick.
Nah,
I
man,
shouldn't fight him anymore.
he's a
I think it's
distraction.
I think it's got too much of that white.
But
Yeah.
now he's in the testing pool, so he's not going to be on that white for the whole year.
No, he will be.
It's in the rules. A loophole is there. A loophole is meant to be exploited.
When you go back into the pool, then you're.
Bro, how many times has Conor been in court? He's been in court more than like in actual fights, bro.
Yeah,
Like
true.
this year.
His wife, though. His wife must be.
Why is the wife still with this bro, man?
Apparently,
Yo.
that's his girlfriend still. That's why she's always still there because they're not married. So she,
Oh.
so he can do whatever he wants. He tries, you know. 'cause
But
he's
he
not
lied.
married,
He
she'll
lied.
take all his
He's
money.
got a kid there.
That's
He's
why
watching his dad do all of these things, man.
Dog.
Please, hey, if
And
you see Conor
his son,
McGregor,
he's gonna be able to find that Twitter X. It'll live there forever.
yo, they're gonna cook him.
If I want to Google
If he
in
says
10 years,
anything,
I will search there on X. Conor McGregor dick pic, and show your son. Say your dad with a skewed dick.
wait, how do you know it was skew?
Because it saw the meat. It
Pause.
was there on the timeline for you to see.
That's the end of the show, right
What?
there.
You say it was there on the timeline to see. There's no homo about that. The meat was there. You scroll, whoa! Connor's meat. Exactly. You couldn't get rid of it. You go up, whoa, meat. The next one, oh, meat. Oh, meat. And Azalea Banks keep on giving. She even posted screenshots of Conor threatening. Take that down. She even posted that.
Apparently, they've been sending news to each other since 2016.
So why did she all of a sudden post it?
I don't know. Azealia Banks is also crazy. She has her own things that she does. She's crazy.
Anyway,
Hey, yo.
what else? What else we got? Is that it? We have a guest?
That's about
it.
Thank you again, guys, for tuning in. Yo, what an episode.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you to our nigga, the coach,
Coach.
in his first episode.
Yes, sir.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to
No, we call them. What do we call them? The
Coach.
Play girls and the playboys, right?
the Play Girls and the Play Boys.
That's our
That's our tag. A shout out to the Playboys and the Play Girls. just like us.
Yeah. And then shout out to Tigers Meat Market for
Meat Garden.
Meat Garden for having us
Meat
here.
the market for meat, bro.
Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Thank you guys. Episode 34, we out.
The Sport Playground Chat.
The
best sportscast in the land.
Yeah, I tell the baddies I got it. Bougie as fuck, yeah, one I got it. She check the drip, yeah, cancel I got it. Ball main dress shirt, vintage designer. Poorly, I need my bang. Been in this bitch, yeah, Angazuam. I act the ass, yeah, Kalezoham. We pray to Allah, know they bring wahala. Smakala Muslim, mochi like Canelo. She pray 5 times a day, I stay around her. Yeah, when the nights feel with cold, the Gweli Gala. Summer days make their judgment of the clouded. Marching on reverse soldiers, Gweli Gala. Yeah, and I'm screaming forever. And I'm we shining together. Every day grinding, we grinding like welders. Yeah, into the ground, so it sound like the devil. Flow way too hot, so I sound like a candle. I only listen if it's by some revenue.